as the years progress, I'm hopeful that people will recognize that the constant din of our president on Twitter has gone away and the circus has left town. I hope that people will appreciate that, because that was really, in 2016, I did only one piece on the election. And I say that because in 2008 and 2012, I actually wrote quite a great deal about the election, wrote a number of pieces kind of covering the election in a way that was like news, but also abstract kind of poetry prose. And this time I didn't do anything other than, I guess, what we're doing right now. But in 2016, I spoke very much about the idea of President Trump was potentially dangerous, mostly because it was going to be like a fish tank just gradually filling up with algae and debris, and the filter being broken, and it just be getting murkier and murkier, and not really being aware of the level of murkiness that was being generated because you're in it the whole time. And I think that for a lot of the country, even people that were Trump supporters, or Republicans, maybe not so much Trump supporters as people who believe in some of these conservative principles, that hopefully they'll feel some of the release and to be able to escape the media orbit of politics.
Yeah, I mean, I think the murkiness, I definitely felt the murkiness, even if we were in the fish tank,
right,
to follow along with what you've created. But I hope that the murkiness can clear up quickly and that people can start to also not be so divided. I mean, I think that's what Biden has been, everyone's saying that he's the one that will bring the country back together. And I hope that's true. I mean, I think part of now why we're going to be looking at the Georgia race is that it's not only Trump that divided this country. The head of the Senate is a piece of shit too. Excuse my language and excuse my harsh opinion here. Mitch McConnell he's not a guy that wants to work across the aisle, as they say. He was running the Senate before, and he wouldn't work. He just wouldn't work with Democrats. Straight up wouldn't do it. And so if he's still going to be in there, which it looks like he is, and if they're still going to have majority, which I guess we don't know now, I'm not going to get my hopes up too much. Maybe we'll get a Hail Mary in Georgia. But if that's the way it's going to be, he's got to change his attitude. Like, seriously, he's got to change his attitude. If we want to continue this two-party system and we don't want to be butting heads all the time, everybody's got to change their attitude.
Yeah. I think you're getting a little ahead of the circumstance right now.
I'm sorry.
I don't disagree with you, but ultimately this particular moment is about having the executive branch return to some sense of normalcy.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it may well be that the Senate is at loggerhead for 2 years, and it may well be that the midterm elections go how they typically go, which is that the executive party in power loses seats. It's unclear. I mean, it would be very unfortunate for us to go through 2 or 4 more years of a stalemate, but at least at the executive level, there wouldn't be a person that has no interest in preserving any of the tenets of our system.
That's true. And maybe I am missing some of the murkiness, because maybe that's part of what I'm getting so fired up about, is that there is this feeling like we've split so harshly, both the people that are in charge and also just the people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we
true.
all have access to sharing our thoughts publicly, regardless of how well they've been thought out, how kind they are, how smart they are.
Right.